Hello everybody, this is Carmen Tucker back at again with another Escape in the Wilderness video, and I pray that everyone's week is going great so far. I pray that everyone has had a great Thursday today. I know I can honestly say for me, it's our second day of school, and first day was a little rough, not even gonna lie, but today, second day was a lot better. It ran a lot smoother, but I mean, hey, everybody's starting back and whatnot, and so it's just, takes to getting adjustments and whatnot done for those that can relate to being in the education field and whatnot. I have some amazing news. I'm still just on a high from it as well because I'm just so grateful, and I just thank God for the patience that He has instilled in me, because this is something that's just truly big for me. It's still bigger than me. So I am just grateful and wanted to announce that Escape in the Wilderness is an official trademark. Yes. It is an official trademark. And I remember when I had submitted the application and tried to do the payment and everything on December 30th, 2020. And at first it wasn't going through. But once the clock struck 12 for the 31st, it went through. Like, payment, it all went through. And I just felt like that was God wanting it done on His timing. I'm literally was trying to rush to get this submitted the time I wanted it to be done, and it just wasn't happening, but it happened in God's timing. And after the few months of having to wait for this, whole process and whatnot, I feel like, honestly, it was definitely worth the wait. So with that being said, the message that I have for tonight is going to be called Keep Going. Keep going. The scripture that stuck out the most to me is coming from Galatians chapter 6, verse 9. It says, "Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up." And pretty much what that scripture is saying, if we continue to do the works, not just any works, but good works of God, by going, planting those seeds, just doing what we know is good, and that we're out there representing Him and how good He is as well, we're going to reap the benefits of that. For example, with me in the trademark for Escape in the Wilderness, that was a process. And honestly, I would not ever, still to this day, it's just like giving me chills, because I never in my life would thought I would own something. I would own a trademark. I'm still in disbelief to this day. But it's definitely worth it. I'm not even gonna lie, it is definitely worth it. Anything that has anything to do with God and the fact that God is leading you, placing you in your purpose, whatever that may be, continue to stick with it. Don't give up. It can get hard at times, not gonna lie. I still struggle a little bit with, certain things that God has called me to do. And times I want to back out of it, because it's just like, I'm still learning, how to get out of my comfort zone with certain things and to take those leaps of faith as I continue on my journey and my path that He has me on. Those journeys can be scary. They can feel scary because you don't know really what the outcome will be. But if you just know deep down, like you have this feeling, if you keep seeing certain signs or those messages or whatnot, having these visions and ideas that just keep popping in your head or just right there, like in plain sight, and it's like, am I just seeing this to be seeing this, or what's going on? Like, no, it's it's not a coincidence. Reasons why you're seeing those things, experiencing any of that. It is simply because that is what God is calling you to do. He's trying to tell you, like, hey, this is what I want you to do. And I'm going to keep showing it to you till you eventually pick it up. Because I can't tell you how many times God has showed me signs of certain things until it finally just hit me like, oh, okay. I see now, like, okay, this must be for me. I didn't seen and heard this word or seen this sign for I don't know how many times, but I know that is just one way that God can speak to you. But also back in regards to just doing the work of God that is good, you have those who are doing the work of, of God, quote unquote, and that is really not good, it's bad. And I know I've heard people say all the time, it seems like the people out here that's really doing bad and they still getting blessed. Well, eventually that's going to come to an end. They can only go so far. They're only going to go so far, especially if their intentions are not pure and they know for a fact what they're doing is not God, like led by God. They know it's not, what they're doing is not good. They have ill intent behind it. Their intentions are not pure what they're doing. Like eventually it's eventually gonna come to an end. I promise you. Stuff like that do not last long. You can only get so far in life by just doing stuff that's bad and you know it's bad. And you have ill intentions behind it. You're being malicious behind it, And as I say, like you reap what you sow. That may be good or bad. You're going to get consequences behind the things that you do that are bad, okay? You're going to reap the stuff what you do is good. So you definitely pick and choose. Pick and choose what path, what route you want to take. If you're looking to receive that harvest, to receive that abundance, whatever the case may be, you're going to get what kind of work you're putting in. Point blank, period. And so that is why it is good to keep going, especially if you know that is what you're being called to do. And it's not something that you know for a fact is not good for you. If you feel something ain't right with what you're doing, if you know for a fact what you're doing is not right, and you continue to do it and making it seem like you're doing it and gonna be blessed behind it, it's not gonna last long. I'm sorry. It is eventually gonna come to an end. It's eventually gonna come to an end. But that is all I really have for tonight. Again, I'm just really grateful. I'm still grateful for this YouTube channel. I'm grateful for my supporters that's been with me since day one. And I know that God's gonna bless me with many more to come. But you have to start with a few before you can appreciate many, from what I learned. But yeah, keep going. Don't stop what you're doing. If God has placed you somewhere, you know that's where you're supposed to be, because he done show you I don't know how many times is where you're supposed to be. Keep at it. Your hard work is going to pay off. It really is. Just like he's done so much for me, he's going to do so much for the next person that he sees doing works that is good, that represents him in all aspects of life. But yes, I pray that y'all have a great rest of your night. Again, I thank y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate the support and love that y'all provide and give. And I will be seeing y'all again next week. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. Y'all have a good night. Bye.